continue na natin. Alright, so can you guys see my screen now?
Yes, sir.
Alright. So I have already explained the code on how it works. So ang gagawin na lang natin is papaganahin natin yung program. One more thing, I think na-miss ko is as it increment, okay, initial value natin is 1. As it increment, nag-loop na siya. So as it loops, of course, kung ano yung parang current value ng number natin, let's say 1, is madi-display siya dito sa SQ and then cube natin. Okay, using that formula. Dito sa list box 1 natin. Okay? So kapag yung value na ng number natin is 2, so mapupunta na siya dito, which is 2 raised to 2 is 4, which is now this one. And then 2 raised to 3 is 8, which is now this one. And so on and so forth hanggang ma-reach nyo yung 10. So 10 raised to 2 is 100, and then 10 raised to 3 is 1,000. Okay? So, alright. Ang galing ko to. Lagay ko dito sa button na to. Start loop. Lagay ko dito list box. So yun yung kailangan natin. There you go. Maximize lang natin ng konti. And then, hanapin natin yung items. Yan. So sa items na to, dito kayo maglalagay ng titles. Okay? So click nyo na yung triple dot na yan. And then, yung una is yung number. And then tab. Hit the tab. Okay? And then, square. And then another tab is cube. Okay? And then hit OK. There you go. So palakihin ko lang ng konti para mas makita nyo. Let's make it 25. There you go. Perfect. Alright. So check natin yung code. So listbox 1 is my error. So ipantay ko lang to para mas kita. There you go. Alright. So initial value is 1 hanggang sa maging true tong statement. So 1 to 10, and then for the squared, and then for the cube, and then where we want to display the values. So initially is number, squared, and then yung cube. Okay. So let's check. So just wait a second. Right, so start loop. There you go. Masyado yata malaki, pero same lang naman sila. Nagpa-bother ako, kailangan kong palakin para kita natin lahat. Ayoko na nag-i-scroll down. There you go. Ayan. So number is 1 to 10, squared is 1 to 100, and then cube is 1 to 1,000. So are they the same? Yeah. That's naman sila. Alright. So any questions so far?
None, sir.
So I hope this one is clear. And then ito naman yung solution using while loop statement. Okay, so kanina post test yung gamit natin kasi nandito yung condition. Ngayon naman nandito na yung condition. And then kapag while dapat true yung statement. Okay, so same lang sila, this is a different syntax. Okay, so I will leave the analysis on this one to you guys. So kailangan aralin nyo to kung ano ba yung mga mapapalitan or mababago kapag while statement yung or while condition or while loop structure yung gamit. Okay? So your turn. Write codes that print the degrees Celsius from 5 to 45. Okay? And then step 5 with their equivalent degrees Fahrenheit as follows. So, alright. So palitan natin to. Instead of having number, square, and then cube, ang i-display natin is Celsius lang sa Fahrenheit. So, punta tayo sa items. There you go. So, una is Celsius. Then tab, Fahrenheit. There you go. So, palitin ko lang para fit na fit. Alright. And then, itong button pa rin to yung gagamitin natin. So, burahin ko lang to lahat. Ayan. And then, ang kailangan natin is ito, yung initial value saka yung final value. So, mag-declare ako ng dalawang variable. So dim cell as integer. So ang initial value nito is 5. Okay, kasi yun yung nakalagay dito. So 5 to 45. And then another one is for the Fahrenheit integer. Okay, so wala tayong kailangang isat na value dyan kasi yan yung sinosolve natin or kinukuha natin. And then, ang gagamitin natin is wala namang nilagay. So dito, ang gagamitin ko is yung do while na lang since dito yung, ito yung nakasanayan ko. Okay, so do while cell is less than or equal to 45. Okay, hit enter. So ipapakita natin siya sa list box 1. Okay, so check natin yung list box 1. Ayan. So go to properties and then check the name, list box 1. List box 1 that items that add. Using open parenthesis. So yung una is yung cell. Ayan. And BB tab. And ulit. And then yung pangalawa is yung Fahrenheit. Okay. So paano yung computation ng Fahrenheit natin? So lagyan natin siya dito. Fahrenheit is equal to, anyone who knows how or what is the formula from Celsius to Fahrenheit?
Celsius times 9/5 plus 30.
Celsius times 9/5
plus 32.
plus 32. Alright, so very good, Miss Mika. Please, hindi ko alam kung alam mo yun baka mamaya sinerch mo rin. Pero that's good kung alam mo yun. Celsius times 9/5 plus 32. Alright, and then incrementing yung Celsius natin by 5. So cell plus 5. Okay. So pang kailangan natin, I think wala na. Okay. So check natin. Start loop, Celsius 5 to 45, and then in Fahrenheit, 41 to 113. Meron bang sample output there? There we go. So meron tayong 5, 10, 15, 20, hanggang 45, and then hanggang 113. Okay. And then, kung papansinin nyo, meron tayong 0.00 dito. So pwede naman. Dito pa lang i-format na natin yung result. Format, bago natin i-display, format natin. F, ayan. So, fix value. So, pag fix, kukunin niya lang yung first two decimal. Okay, wherein, of course, wala namang value. So, 0.00 yung papakita. Okay? So, the magic of format. Alright, so next one is, any questions so far regarding with this one? May clarification ba? Or queries? Or concern? Question? Mr. Rizalino, Miss Mika, Miss Fatima, Mr. Justin?
None, sir.
None, sir.
Alright, Mr. Basilio. Saan na tayo? Basilio, Miss Richelle, Mr. Roberto, Miss Azalea, Miss Jillian, Mr. Kel, Miss RB?
None, sir. None, sir.
Alright, so I hope na hindi nyo man fully na-understood nyo yun kasi bago lang naman sa inyo itong programming pero at least nag-grasp nyo yung idea, at least 50%. And then balikan nyo na lang kapag, or balikan nyo na lang yung video kapag may kailangan kayong balikan. Okay? So for exercise number 5, the bank charges 12% simple interest on the amount per annum. So write a VB program that allows the user to input for the amount loaned and the number of years to pay. So compute and display the lump sum amount for each year. Okay? So ito yung formula ng lump sum amount natin. So lump sum amount is equal to principal amount yung amount na heheramin nyo times 1 plus R, which yung R natin is a constant value of 12% or 0.12 times T. or yung number of years to pay. Okay? So, ang gagawin natin is maglalagay lang tayo ng dalawang text box for the input, wherein ito yung first input and then second input is the time. So, ang kailangan na lang is yung R, which is meron na since constant na siya. Okay? So, yun. Pwede natin makuha yung amount per year. Ngayon naman, i-display lang natin yung babayaran niya. Let's say, gusto niyang bayaran nyo ng 7 years. So, ipapakita lang natin ito. Ito yung lump sum amount for 7 years. So, 56,120 pesos. Alright. So, yan yung mga kailangan natin. And then, ito na yung pinaka-code mismo. Okay? So, nag-declare tayo ng tatlong variable or apat actually. We have the amount for this one. And then P as the principal amount for this one. And then P for the number of years to pay. And then R is a constant value. So, that's why hindi siya dim. Kumbaga, pwede ring dim actually. Pero, yung ginamit dito is constant para talaga hindi na mapalitan yung value ng interest rate natin. Okay? So, saan manggagaling yung value ng P natin? Of course, sa text box 1. And then, yung P natin is sa text box 2. Okay? And then, kung papansin niyo sa labas ng looping statement natin, meron pang another list box dito. So, meron tayong list box dito, meron pa ulit tayong another list box. Kasi ito is yung mga titles. Okay? Ito yung first title, yung year, and then the second one is amount per year. So, pwede nyong gawin to via code, which is ito na nga ginawa na dito, or pwede nyong gawin mismo dito sa items collection. Ayan. So, minanual natin ilagay yung mga titles for Celsius and then Fahrenheit. So, tatanggalin natin yon since papakita ko lang kung ano mangyayari kapag ito, code yung ginamit natin. So, usually, of course, ganyan yung magpapakita. Alright. So, ang kailangan natin is dalawang text box and then isang list box and then one button and then 2 labels. Pero bago yun, tapusin natin to. So, yung initial year natin is of course first or 1 year. And then, it will keep on looping while T is less than or equal to text box to the text. So, kung nilagay nyo dito 5, so hanggat mababa or mas less than yung P natin, which is let's say 1, 2, or 3, or 4, or 5, mag-loop siya. Okay? Or ito na nga yan. 7 times siya nag-loop kasi 7 yung nilagay natin dito. And then yung formula, so input lang natin. Okay? Amount is equal to ito, P times 1 plus R times T, which is ito. Okay? Ginamitan lang natin ng arithmetic operation. So, for times, gamit tayo ng asterisk. And then, another list box wherein dito na natin ipapakita yung per loop. Okay? For the first loop, ito siya. For the second loop, ito naman siya. Hanggang sa maabot nyo yung 7th loop. So, yung una is yung time or yung year. And then, yung pangalawa is yung amount. And then again, gagamit tayo ng VB tab kasi kailangan natin ng spaces. So, pag di nyo ginamit tong VB tab, okay, pag end lang, dikit-dikit yan or magkadikit yung 1 sa PHP natin. So, kailangan natin ilagyan ng 5 spaces para magandang tingnan. Parang ganyan. So, first column and then second column. Okay, and then incrementing siya by 1. Okay? So, gawin natin. So, start loop, compute. Compute na yung nakalagay dito. And then, kailangan natin ng dalawang text box. Lang. And then, dalawang label. Okay. Malakihin ko lang yung font size nila para mas makita nyo. 25. Okay. So, palitan ko lang yung text into amount to loan. Pangalawa is number of years to pay. Okay, And then compute buttons. So list box 1, I mean text box 1, and then text box 2. And then this is a list box 1. So double click natin to since dito natin lalagay yung code natin. So burahin ko lang nasa loob. Ayan. And then copyahin ko lang to para mabilis tayo. So check natin kung may error. Ayan. So nagkakaroon ng error dito kasi hindi naman list or hindi naman LB yung pangalan ng list box natin. Kundi list box 1 mismo, yung pinaka-default. Dito kasi pinalitan eh. List box 1. Copy lang natin yan. Copy lang natin. Okay, so there you go. Wala nang error. So ito yung title. And then ito yung mga values under the title. Alright, so start. Let's say, gusto nyo umutang ng, or gusto kong umutang ng 60,000. And then, babayaran ko siya 5 years. Okay, so, ito yung mga babayaran ko. Okay, so for the first year, 67,200. So, yan yung total kapag 1 year lang. Kapag inabot na ako ng 5 years, so ang laki na ng tubo nila, 96,000 na. Okay, so tumubo na sila ng 36,000. Kasi nga, 12% yung tubo nila per year. Okay? So, any questions so far? And then may PHP dito. So, dagdag natin yun. Format. Format lang natin ito. Itong amount mismo. Okay. Currency. PHP. Ayan, so peso sign na. Hindi na PHP. So hindi ko alam kung nabago na ba sa 2019. Pero dito sa 2019, peso sign. Dito kasi, is ginawa yata to, itong code na to, or itong interface na to sa 2015 or 2012. Okay? So any questions so far? Regarding with this one? Question?
None, sir.
All right. So moving on, exercise number 6. A bank offers a car loan at the rate of 15%. So actually same lang sila, okay, just a different, anong tawag dito? Ways of payment. So dito kasi babayaran mo siya or makikita mo na agad yung babayaran mo in a year. Dito parang one time mo siya babayaran. Dito naman magbabayad ka monthly. Okay? So papansin niyo, years to pay is 1 and then dito naka-month siya. Okay? So ito yung babayaran mo per month. And then kung ilan na ba yung contribution mo o ilan na ba yung nabayadan mo. Okay? So 15% yung interest. So kapag umutang ka ng 200,000, yung total na makukuha nila is 216,000. So tumubo na sila ng 16,000 pesos. Okay, which is 15% of this 200,000. Okay, so ito yung formula ng interest natin. So kailangan nating i-divide sa 12 kasi nga let's say ang minimum na years to pay is 1. Okay, so that is why let's say 1 divided by 12. So hindi. Sorry. I is what? Interest naman to. Tama. So, i-divide mo by 12 yung interest kasi yun yung makukuha mo in 1 year. Okay? So, 15% yung compounded interest. So, 15% divided by 12. Or 0.15 divided by 12. So, distribute nyo siya equally per month. And then, ito yung annuity natin. Okay? Tama ba? Annuity pala to. And then total contribution na pala to. Okay? So sorry for that. Ito yung annuity and then total contribution. And then dito, di-display nyo lang naman yung na-multiply nyo dito. Okay? So kung ano yung result nito, 0.12 divided by 12, multiply nyo lang yun dito. Okay? And then you will get 18,000 times 12. And then yan yung pinaka-total amount. Okay? So, di bale, nandito naman na yung mga codes niya mismo. Okay? So, ito yung first part. And then, saan lang pala to? I thought meron pang second part to. So, konti lang pala siya. Okay? So, ito lang siya. Okay? So, nag-declare siya ng 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 variables. Okay? And then dito manggagaling yung value ng P natin sa text box 1. Ito na yun. And then yung numeric up down natin yung terms. Okay? So we have to multiply that 1 by 12 kasi nga monthly yung bayaran. Okay? Ito na yung interest. And then yung title. And then yung computation ng amortization. Okay? So initial natin is of course 1 or first term. Hanggang sa ma-meet niyo yung kung ilang term man yung nilagay mo doon. Okay, and then yung computation ng total amount, and then kung saan nyo i-display yung every loops, wherein, of course, yung first month, and then yung amortization ng that first month, and then yung total amount na contribute mo in that month. Hanggang sa nadagdagan lang yun. Okay, like this one. Okay, 18,000, 36,000, 54,000, and so on and so forth. Okay, and then incrementing siya by 1. Okay, so hindi ko napapakita since same lang siya, just a different ways of payment. Okay. Monthly naman yung bayaran. Okay, so another sheet work. So write a code that prints the angles in degrees from 0 to 80. Okay, and then this one is incrementing by 10 or step 10. And its equivalent sine value and then tangent value in regions as follows. So use this box. Okay. So, gawin natin to. Ito yung expected output natin. So, degree is from 0 to 80. Incrementing by 10. And then, ito yung mga corresponding values natin from degree to sine and then from degree to tangent. Okay? Alright, so gawin natin to. Ating kailangan yan. Oops, wait lang. Running pa pala kasi program. Natin yan. So, double click nyo lang ulit to. And then dito na tayo code. So, kailangan natin is tatlong variable. So, yung una is yung degree. Pangalawa is yung sine. And then pangatlo is tangent. Single. Kasi kailangan natin may decimal yung result. And then, anong next na gagawin natin? Wait lang. Okay. So, anong next step natin? So, yung initial value ng degrees natin is 10. 0 pala. 0. Okay. And then, wala namang sinabi dito kung anong gagamitin nating looping statement. So, ang gagamitin na lang natin is yung do-while statement. Okay. Or do-while structure. While degree is less than or equal to 80. And then, i-display natin siya sa list box. So, list box 1, dot items, dot add. Right? And then, hindi pala. Yung degree muna, i-display natin. And db tab. And yung next na i-display natin is yung sine variable. And then yung pangatlo is yung tangent. Okay. Tangent. Alright. So, ngayon, saan manggagaling yung computation ng degree, sine, sa tangent natin? So, yung degree muna, incrementing siya by 10. Is equal to degree plus 10. So, meron na tayong value ng degree. Next naman is yung value na ng sine sa tangent. So, sine is equal to math.sine, close and open parenthesis. So, kung natatandaan nyo man sa module 1 natin, kailangan natin i-convert siya from degree to region. Okay? So, ang conversion doon is math.py. Degree muna pala. Degree times math.py divided by 180. Okay? So, the same with the tangent. Tangent, math.tan na to. Nagamitan ng function math.tan. Degree pa rin to. Math.py divided by 180. Alright. So, there you have it. So, check natin kung working ba to. Compute. Oops. Wala akong title. Okay, so tinanggal kasi natin. Ilagay na lang natin via code. So, yung titles natin is degree time. So, dapat naka-enclose siya sa double quotation para string siya. Okay, hindi siya variable na kukuha ng value mula dito sa computation. Alright. So let's see. Compute. Alright, so there you have it. So 0 hanggang 0.98. Pero masyado yatang maliit. Palakihan natin. Ayan. So, bakit parang hindi align? 0, 0. Teka lang. Palakihin ko ulit. Ayan. So, hindi talaga align. Wait lang. Nasobrang ko ba ng tab? And BB tab sign, and BB tab, and BB tab. Ano naman? Ayusin ko lang. So, lagyan ko ng fixed value na lang itong mga to. Format. So, 0. Kukuha lang tayo ng 4 decimals para magpantay sila. Okay. Ganun din sa tangent natin. Format. .00. Another parenthesis. Alright, so check natin. There you go. So nagpantay na. So hindi lang yata pantay kasi yung mga decimals sila kaya nauurong yung nasa tangent natin. Okay? So ranging from 0 to 80 and then yung mga equivalent values ng sine natin sa kanang tangent. Okay? Yan. So 0 hanggang 5.67, 0 hanggang 5.67, 0 to 0.98, 0 to 0.98. Okay. So the same. Alright, so any question or clarification so far regarding with this one?
None, sir.
So, yung mga ginagawa ko, let's say, kinocode ko dito, gawin nyo rin. So, kahit na kinokopya nyo lang, mas maganda kung mapagana nyo. Okay, para ma-appreciate nyo kung, ay, ang galing, working pala siya. Or let's say, pwede nyo paglaruan, palit-palitan yung mga value. Okay, pwede rin pala, mga ganun. Okay, para lang ma-experience nyo. Okay, hindi lang yung, okay, napagana naman ni Sir yan. Okay na yan. So, next na lang, yung mga activity na lang. Okay? So, hindi mo alam, baka dito ka makakuha ng idea ano ba yung mga pwede mong gawin or ano ba yung mga hindi mo pwedeng gawin and so on and so forth. Alright, so next one is data grid view component. Okay? So, para mas mapaikli yung description, data grid view is the same with listbox. It's just that this one is much more customizable grid. So, ito yung mga features or properties ng data grid view natin. So, pwede kang mag-add ng row mismo. Pwede ka rin mag-delete. So, ito mga features na to, depende to kung nakaset sa property or sa properties mismo ng data grid view. Okay? So, pwede kang maglagay ng column, ng rows, pwede mong i-edit yung mode, pwede mong i-multi-select, which is pwede rin naman sa list box. Pero mas madali kasi dito sa data grid view. And then column headers visible and then row headers visible. So yan lang yung mga ilan sa mga features ng data grid view natin. Okay? So para makita nyo, so ito, use of data grid view. So using data grid view, write a code that computes and displays this the squares and cubes of the integers from 1 to 10 with the following output. So nagawa na natin to kanina. Mamansin niyo 1 to 10, yung square niya, and then yung cube. It's just that with the use of data grid view. Okay? So para mas ma-appreciate nyo to, gagawin natin to in actual. Pero bago yon, i-explain ko lang muna yung code. Okay? So yung button pa rin yung i-code natin o yung program natin. Ito na yon. Okay? And then mag-declare lang tayo ng 3 variable. So 1 for number, another 1 for square, and then another 1 for cube. Okay? And then, kung papansinin nyo, nagdagdag siya dito ng dot clear kasi kapag click ulit natin ito, papatong siya sa baba. So para maiwasan yon, kung ano man yung laman ng data grid view, buburahin muna natin. Okay? Bago natin i-display itong mga computation na to. Okay? So, I suggest na i-try nyo kung sakali man, natanggalin muna to and then itong computation para malaman nyo yung sinasabi ko na papatong at papatong sa baba. Okay? So, dapat i-clear mo muna bago mo ipakita yung computation. Okay? And then kung papansinin nyo, meron na tayo dito ng mga columns. Okay? We have 3 columns, number, square, and then cube. So, ito yung first column natin for the number, second one, and then the third one. Okay? And then, meron tayong dalawang part ng pag-a-add ng column. Okay? So yung una or yung pinaka-right side muna pala, pinaka-right side is yung title. Okay? Which is ito, number, ito na yon. Okay? Yung nasa left side natin na NO is the variable itself. So yung variable, merong computation yan. So saan manggagaling yung number? Dito. Saan na yun? Ito. Initially, yung value natin is 1 and then incrementing siya by 1 hanggang sa ma-reach niya yung 10. So, ito na yun. Okay? Di-display niyan 1 to 10. And then for the square, of course, manggagaling siya dito sa computation na square na to. So, same lang din. I-squared lang natin yung number. And then for the cube, i-cube lang natin yung number. Okay? And then, i-display natin siya by row. Okay? So, first row, second row, third row, fourth row, and so on and so forth. Okay? So, yung una is yung number, pangalawa is yung squared, pangatlo is yung cube. Okay? So, every loop, magdi-display siya every row. Okay? Which is ito na, 1, 2, 3, 4, hanggang 10. Right? So, para makita nyo kung paano ba ito gumagana, so, gawin natin mismo. So, sa loob pa rin siya ng button. Pero instead of list box, gagamit tayo ng data grid view. Okay, so palakihin ko lang to. There you go. Compute. Paste lang natin dyan. Alright, so wala nang error kasi yung ginamit na pangalan ng data grid view is data grid view, view 1 din. So, ito yung default na pangalan ng data grid view 1 natin. Okay, so check natin. Start. Compute. So, sobrang liit. Pero pwede nyo nang palaki niyan. Palitan nyo lang yung font size. Okay, so yan na yung result. So, 1 to 10, 1 to 100, and then 1 to 1,000. Okay, which is just the same with the list box. Pero ito, mas customizable. So, pwede ka pang, depende yan kung ano yung sinat nyo sa properties. Okay? So, hanggang doon na lang muna. Yung next one na ituturo ko mamaya is kung paano i-retrieve yung value mula dito sa data grid view. Kasi pwede mong i-retrieve each row. Okay? So, any question or clarification so far?
None, sir.
Alright. So, again, goodbye muna. Just wait for the part number 3. Okay? So, 3 to 5 minutes ulit.